Cyber security. It is a huge, very relevant topic these days. I think it scares us all a little bit when we hear about it because we're not sure if we can control it in any way. Well, our next guest actually goes around the country teaching people, educating people on online safety tips. He even works with school systems, first responders, and now he's joining us here on The Blend to share a
Uh,
little wisdom.
Absolutely. Detective Rich Wistocki. He retired, but he's not retired from helping people. That's what he's doing every day in and day out. It's great to have you, my friend. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you being here with you.
Yeah, let's talk. I mean, obviously, when you think of cybersecurity, you immediately think of the person that's trying to get your password online. But it's way more than that, especially for the kids. The kids are pretty savvy when it comes to the scams. But when it comes to online cyberbullying and stuff like that, that's more of their cybersecurity issues. What are the most common things you're seeing with kids and the internet today?
Well, I have to tell you guys that over the past this school year, I've taught 56 classes all over the country, and to students and to parents. I am currently up to 16 students that have come forward to me telling me that they are being victimized by an online predator now. Because my
Wow.
message to the kids when I start is that no one has the right to make you feel bad about yourself. And no one has the right to make you do something you know you shouldn't be doing. If they're doing this, you have to know this, that when it comes to gaming online or social networking, no one online is anonymous and we can find out who they are. So if you're sitting here watching me, suffering in silence in
Mm.
this presentation, come to me and I will make that pain stop.
It's awesome.
Wow, that's really incredible. You're seeing a lot of reality, my friend, being out there teaching
I am.
56 classes. That's incredible. You are part of the solution because you're out there and you're communicating and leading. What about, are there any high tech solutions that are being used by schools? Are there ways that we can monitor our kids online?
Yes, absolutely. So I vet all kinds of programs all over the world, and they come to me and they say, Rich, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So when I ran into Lightspeed Systems, lightspeedsystems.com, this is probably the best monitoring web filter for school devices. Now, parents have to ask the right questions, right? They're given iPads, they're given Chromebooks, and parents think that automatically they're safe, but they're not. So what parents have to do is they say, okay, I'm pretty sure this device you're giving my child is safe when they're at school, but are they safe when I bring them home? And you'll be surprised that a lot of schools will say, well, that's your job to
Yeah.
monitor at home. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa. So Lightspeed Systems, if the school activates it, it has a parent folder, parent portal that the parent can log into and see what their kids have been doing over the last week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. And Lightspeed actually has humans looking at alerts for things like mental health, self harm, drugs, grooming, sexual exploitation, school violence like shootings. And you wouldn't believe, guys, how many alerts they get. And 90% of the time, it is students that you never would think is going through a crisis, but the alerts portion tells the school what's going on.
Yeah, it can be really heavy stuff. I mean, I remember when I, was going up through school. Fourth grade, there was really no internet that we were dealing with. Then, come eighth, ninth grade, everyone was starting to get internet and high speed internet, and everything kind of changed. Now we have entire generations of kids who they're just living a digital life, and this is an opportunity to maybe cut things off at the pass before they become really big issues, not only for other people bothering them, but for themselves and their safety. What advice do you give
Right.
to parents? I mean, obviously, there's not enough time in the day, and you know your kid has the device. How do you keep your kids safe when they're online at home?
There's a few things, and let's go down to the basics, right? So the basic is this, is that parents are not only responsible for their kids' food, clothing, shelter, and education, they are also responsible for that child's technology. That child owns nothing until they're 18. Second thing,
Mhm.
there is no such thing as privacy for children. The parents give them the device or let them have it or let them not have it. It is a proven medical fact that the frontal cortex of their decision making brain cannot handle what goes on social media.
Yeah.
Especially, guys, did you know that you have to be 13 years of age in order to have an Instagram, a
Hmm.
TikTok, or a
Yeah.
or a
Any of the
Twitter
social, yeah.
or
Mhm.
Snapchat? You have to be 13. But I have kids all over the country who are in fourth and fifth grade who lie about their date of birth, and they don't want to figure out the date of birth, so they put 2000 in it.
Yeah.
How old are they today?
Hmm.
They're 22.
22.
So now I have a bunch of 9, 10, 11-year-olds acting as 22-year-olds. Who do you think is going to talk to them?
Yeah.
Adults. Who
Hmm.
do you think is going to send them inappropriate pictures? Adults. Who do you think is going to
Oof.
ask them to create child pornography? Adults, because they're 22. When a parent allows their child to charge their devices in their rooms at night, that's when
Mhm.
they're most vulnerable, and that's when they get victimized.
No,
Bedrooms are
Yep.
for
digital.
sleeping.
No
Yep.
digital behind a closed door. Trust me. I
Nothing.
know what I was doing on the internet when I was, 14 years old.
Right.
No way. These kids are going to see a
Right.
tablet
And
till they're
and
30.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the research and some of the surveys that Lightspeed has done is amazing.
Yeah.
And they did recently did research that 90% of the students are telling their parents that they're going to go study in their rooms, and 60% are just going online and doing whatever the heck they want to go do.
Yeah. That's
Come
probably
on.
higher than that.
Come on. I've seen that old trick. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Detective
Yep.
Rich, I got to tell you, we've run out of time. You are full of so much wisdom, and I appreciate many of the points that you made today. Some of them are tough to hear, but you're asking us to lead as adults. So good for you.
Right.
Good.
And if you want information to give to your schools, it's lightspeedsystems.com. And if a parent wants to take an online class for themselves, they can go to cyberparenting-101.com.
There we go.
Cyberparenting-101.com.
All right. It's great to have you, my friend. Thanks for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Cyberparenting-101.com if you'd like to learn more
Mm,
for parents looking for some answers. And if you'd like to learn
my
more about the
goodness.
Lightspeed Systems, lightspeedsystems.com.